of the Q. We're covering to Santa Claus, package delivery. I'm your host, Sydney Ryan. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, RyanCHS, and don't follow the Q on social media at the Q Trivia so you can stay up to date on all of the action. If you want to see your trivia featured in a Fan Friday game, email us your best trivia question. Submissions at theq.live. We cannot do Fan Friday without submissions. So, back to tonight's game. We have $500 on the line tonight, and all you got to do to win is know a whole lot about this season. Here's how it all goes down. Y'all know the rules. There are 12 questions in the game. You have 8 seconds to answer and 3 choices to pick from. The questions range from easy to expert level. Get the question right, you advance to the next. If you make it to the end, well, you win cash. If you get eliminated, don't give up. Keep playing for points on that leaderboard. And to sweeten the deal, we offer free lives for you if you refer friends to sign up for the Q to use on questions 1 through 11 when they use your referral code. But remember, you can only use 1 life per game. We do have to keep things interesting. Those are the rules. Now let's play $500, 12 questions. That's Jingle Bell Rock. Question number 1. Christmas Day is generally celebrated on which date? December 20th, the 25th, or the 30th. The only time this date is really any different is in the Orthodox Church, which celebrates it on January 7th. But this holiday most commonly is celebrated in about a week. So do you know the exact date? Well, I bet you do. It is December 25th, of course. It's become a pretty mainstream holiday celebrated by many worldwide on December 25th. It's full of presents, family, cheesy movies, and the best part, the food. Man, I cannot wait for all of that food. But anyways, let's keep it on moving. And speaking of the holidays, question number 2, which of the following holidays is not religious? Is it Hanukkah, Christmas, or Kwanzaa? Maybe you can use the process of elimination to narrow it down to the correct answer. The here is purely a celebration of culture, not religion, but people of all religions and no religion can take part. It's a fairly new holiday. The answer is Kwanzaa. It's a Pan-African holiday that started in the 1960s and runs from December 26th through January 1st. Now let's move on to a Jewish celebration that recently took place and was one of the wrong answers, Hanukkah. Question are included in Hanukkah. Is it 7, 8, or 9? It's actually a relatively minor holiday in Judaism that happened to gain a lot of popularity. The high holidays that take place a few months earlier are an example of a bigger one in this faith. Hanukkah celebrates the Maccabean revolt, which resulted in driving the Seleucids away, and it goes on for 8 nights. The menorah commemorates the single of olive oil that kept Jerusalem's menorah burning for 8 days. Nice job, you guys. You are sticking with me as we head on over to Q4. Question number 4. Freeform's 25 Days of Christmas movie countdown was started by its predecessors in which year? 1996, 2000, or 2004? The station has gone through a few name changes over the years, but through it all, one thing has remained constant. It's dedication to those cheesy holiday films. I live for it. I know you live for it. And I bet a lot of you are so excited that it's going on right now. You can turn on your TV Q and keep watching. This all started in 1996. My personal Christmas favorite is The Grinch, but you all know Elf. We all love Will Ferrell. And that was a little bit tougher, but we still have a whole slew of you holiday experts slaying the game, and you are moving along to the next one. Question number 5. Which gift is not associated with the 3 wise men? Myrrh, silver, or frankincense? The 3 wise men, the 3 kings, the magi, you may have heard of them before. In Christianity, they're said to have brought the Christ child gifts when they learned of his birth, but which of these was not a part of their Christmas shopping list? Well, silver is the correct answer here. The 3 gifts were gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And in fact, these 3 guys even had their own day coming up on January 6th called the Epiphany. We still have a whole lot of you in the game, and now we're turned towards my personal favorite part of the holidays. You know it. It's food. Question number 6. Each of the following are types of fruitcake, except for panettone, bûche de Noël, or Stollen? Fruitcake, is it really December if a fruitcake does not make an appearance? It's not just an American thing. Countries across the globe have their own version of this polarizing dessert, but the dessert, Noel, that's not a fruitcake. It's a dessert, aka light years. It contains a fluffy whipped dessert swirled into it, and so many of you foodies are feeling treat yourselves as we sashay into the second half of the game. Let's boogie. Question number 7. Who composed the musical score for the Nutcracker Ballet? Is it Franz Schubert, Frédéric Chopin, or Peter Tchaikovsky? It's been made into movies several times, with the most recent iteration coming out this year. But before the movies, it was a ballet, and before the ballet, it was a book. But in the ballet, the entire musical score was composed by Tchaikovsky. And who did the Nutcracker? I mean, it's a classic. There's a reason it's been remade so many times, and we are still making our way through the Sugar Plum Forest, straight to that cash. Next up, the darker side of the holidays. Question number 8. Which holiday plant is actually a hemiparasite? Poinsettias, mistletoe, or holly? That's right, one of these plants is not actually so holly jolly. In fact, if you're a plant, it's downright deadly. A hemiparasite can perform photosynthesis, but it also preys on other plants for additional nutrients. And I'm talking about mistletoe. That's right, while a kiss under the mistletoe sounds sweet and heartfelt, this plant can be the kiss of death for any other unlucky plant. So now that I've ruined that part of the season for you, let's head to something a little happier. Santa's reindeer. Question number 9. Santa's reindeer are named for the very first time by whom? Charles Dickens, Robert LeMay, or Clement Clarke Moore? Hey, somebody had to name them, so you know who it was. It's actually a fairly famous literary piece. In fact, I'm sure you all know it. So do you need a little hint? Well, the timer is running out, so it's not really a hint anymore, but the poem is A Visit from St. Nicholas, and it was written by Clement Clarke Moore. It's the first time we hear the names Dasher, Dancer, Prancer and Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Don, and Robert brought Rudolph along a little late. It was the night before Christmas, and now we are headed to the double digits. Question number 10. Each of the following people helped create the modern image of Santa Claus, except Nicholas Andrews, Thomas Nast, or Haddon Sundblom. Good old Kris Kringle was a group effort, so which of these fellows was not a part of that effort? Well, we all have a picture in our heads of what Santa looks like, and it's actually a relatively new image. It was created in part by Thomas Nast and Haddon Sundblom, but not by Nicholas Andrews. Haddon worked for Coca-Cola, who we all know has a very iconic Santa image this time of year, and Thomas is also known for popularizing the donkey and elephant symbols for the American Democratic and Republican parties, as well as working on many other cartoons. So let's head to Q11, the semifinals. Let's do it. Question number 11. How many packages does the U.S. Postal Service expect to deliver during the 2018 holiday season this year? 15 billion, 7 billion, or 900 million? The delivery people are the oft unsung heroes of the holiday season. I tell you, delivering and greeting cards tirelessly throughout the month, and packages alone make up a ton of their workload, as this year the USPS expects to deliver 900 million of them. That's just the big items. We're not even talking about the cards and other holiday mail, which adds several billion more to that total. Absolutely crazy. Hats off to all of you working hard this season to get those gifts and cards to everyone. And we are just one question away from the end now as we head to the championship, Q12. Let's do it. Question number 12. Many modern-day Christmas customs evolve from traditions associated with which holiday? Festivus, Samhain, or Yule. Things tend to evolve over time, and a part of that can include customs from one holiday crossing over to another. So do you know which holiday we get a lot of modern Christmas traditions from? You've probably heard of this holiday before, even if you don't really know what it's about. Well, it's Yule. Alrighty, so there are quite a handful of beauty holiday indeed. You special holiday edition of the Q. Congratulations, you earned your towards that shopping list for your loved ones or for yourself, or didn't quite make it. That's okay. 9:30 p.m. Eastern for 2 more chances at all that cash. Until then, don't forget to follow us at The Q Trivia on all social media. Thank you so much for playing. I'll see you all again soon. Until then, Merry Christmas. Have a great night.